This is T.Y. Jackson.
United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green.
How you doing, people?
And I love pro wrestling.
I love pro wrestling.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Lawrence Kurtze. We are live. Another big week in wrestling, as yesterday was AEW Wrestle Dream.
Hi, I'm Maxine Dupree.
And I'm Otis.
Hi, I'm the Sweetest Pea, Chris Dara.
Mars, the specialist.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And we
love wrestling.
Bottoms up, brains on. Welcome to Quizplex here on Love Wrestling, your pro wrestling trivia charity show. My name is Zach Ralph. I will be your host.
This is God's Gift to Wrestling, Michael Richard Blaze.
We are the Usos.
This is Rachel Ellering.
And we love wrestling.
And I love
And I love pro wrestling.
Hello, love wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And you all know what that means.
Well, you better know by now. It's episode 235 of this thing.
I guarantee you there's like an 85% chance that's not an accurate number.
Hi, this is Shaz McKenzie.
This is Big Bad Boris.
This is the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
If you're here, thanks for being here. It's For Exposure, Love Wrestling's Independent Weekend podcast, where we break down all the best happenings on the world of the independent wrestling side.
I'm Penta. I'm wrestling. And what?
I'm the alternative Anthony Green.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling. I love wrestling. And you know what? Pentacero.
That's called scatting, kids. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is time for a excitingly fun, I hope, episode of Saturday Night Love. My name is Big Bad Boris.
I'm Big Ben Ortmans.
Hi, this is Smiley Kylie Ray.
I'm Sky.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Of course.
Hello, love wrestling. It's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. And you know what that means. It's another new episode of Between Two Beards.
Can we start off with the biggest news of the week? The Rats lost!
If you've got the budget, I've got the time.
There he is.
Hey, boss!
There's the boss.
Hey! The man with the finest beard on this screen. Canadian men, boys, shut the hell up. Let me talk.
You see, the Rads are resourceful. When I got beef with somebody, I can find a way to talk to them.
Hello, love wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And you all know what that means.
It means it's time for a new one. We got to get a new intro video. 252 episodes in. And Rich called us we called us wussies on the internet because we said we didn't like what he did to our boy Larry Woods on Friday.
That was hard to watch. That was hard to watch.
He's in our intro video, and I don't know if we could stand for such heinous acts and then being called out for the heinous acts like it was our fault. So, Zach, you know what it means? Well, it means it's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. We're going to party, but you might need a new intro video, bud.
Well,
anyway.
I didn't know you were coming in hot. You didn't tell me you were coming in hot tonight.
Nope. Did not.
You didn't warn me. You didn't say, give me the, not that I need it, but you weren't like, nah, I got something to say. You were just,
you know, I was gonna come in normal and just have a good time. Then I saw the Savage Love, March 21st, LPW 46. Wow.
Anniversary it's the anniversary show. Yes.
And then I saw Rich's face, and it brought up PTSD memories of him cutting off the luscious locks that is Larry Wood's beautiful hair. And
unbelievable. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, we've had we've had tough times in the past with Rich. We've had good times in the past with Rich. Listen, whether you like the guy personally or not, I don't think anyone can see away, the things he's done. He attacked Larry's mom, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
He cut off Larry's hair. Like, that's some dastardly acts. He had, Rich will sit here and tell you his reasoning and his things like that, which is fine. But I mean, come on now.
But Scott, I will not be fighting him. Welcome to the chat, Scott. But we're not here to talk about that. We'll talk about some other things. This is a pretty big week. First, how you doing? You're matching today.
I am. I got the greens on. I'm ready. Baseball soon, man. World Baseball Classic started yesterday.
Yeah.
MLB The Show comes out next week. My boy Roman Anthony's hitting 500-foot nukes for Team USA.
Off a guy that'll be back in groceries.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. The second he touched that ball, I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, I was watching. It's been nice to come home and go, oh, there's baseball on TV, and there's ESPN showing a bunch of games, and there's spring training games all over MLB.TV right now. It's like, this is kind of nice.
Yep.
So,
and then I have the T-Mobile, so I have the
oh, I'm jealous.
You get the free MLB TV for the year.
Jealous.
Best.
I'm hoping that people want to donate to help me pay for the subscription, because I've
been with T-Mobile since forever. I think they were just the cheapest at the time I was getting my first cell phone, so I went there. They've always been great to me. I've never left once, but I would stay with them even if they were dog shit, just for the fact that I get MLB TV for free.
Right? Yeah, because I was like,
100% worth it to me.
I've been looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I should do it, and then I'm like, but then I have valid reasons why I'm not doing it. But if somebody was like, here's half, or it's free, I'd absolutely do it. Oh yeah, Aiden Chong is in the chat. Our boy Aiden. Yeah, Tatum better hope he doesn't have Aaron Rodgers-esque return. Yeah, because he's returning on Friday.
Is that official? That's just the rumor.
I know. I saw ESPN said that he's coming back Friday to play for your beloved Celtics. So it's got to be a good day for you.
Yeah, I mean, my team's going to go to the NBA Finals. So I mean, I wasn't nervous about any team in the East. Maybe Detroit, but I wasn't nervous about any team in the East really as constituted. But now, again, you get.
I don't know if that's much of an insult, to JP Sammy J. Dude, I don't know. I can compare him to Sammy. Well, while he gathers his thoughts about Aiden's comment, I'll say make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, drop some super chats so you can help keep the lights on, and maybe if we get enough super chats, Spencer will let me have them, and I can buy MLB.TV. The problem is, I live in an area where the Cubs are blacked out, the White Sox are blacked out, the Reds are blacked out, and the Tigers are blacked out. So that's 4 teams right there.
So who the hell can you watch?
That's what I'm saying. So, I'd have to do the whole VPN thing, or I'd have to justify it the means another way, or I'd have to go get the Marquee Network, and that's a whole nother. And then of course, I coach. So baseball season starts in a couple of weeks. So will I really be home that much? Maybe.
How much is MLB TV for the year?
$130.
But you can watch any game, anytime. It's on.
As long as there's, the blackout restrictions do still.
Okay. Another thing, baseball. What? And I think they've done a good job over the last couple of years, growing the sport. I feel like baseball's kind of in, people are digging it.
Yeah, there's a lot of free games on throughout the networks.
They're going to have a lockout next year and completely ruin. That would be the most baseball thing they could ever do, is have a lockout, which they will do next year. But why are you blacking out your that doesn't help you.
I live in the Bermuda Triangle of weird blackouts, but
it's just so bizarre.
It is what it is. Now that you've gathered your thoughts, how do you feel about Jason Tatum?
I mean, I feel great about it. I'll tell you this. Hold on. Time out. I feel great about him coming back to play basketball. I feel great about him coming back to play basketball. This little documentary thing he's doing, I could care less.
Saw that. I haven't watched it.
I could care less, buddy. Like, I love Jason Tatum. I think he's hated on for no reason. Buddy, you blew out your Achilles, all right? You're not the first player that's ever done that. Like, you don't have to act like you're coming back. And again, I don't say this lightly, but like you're acting like you're coming back from a disease or something like that. Like you blew out your Achilles. It's a bad injury. I get it. And most people don't play the whole next year. Clearly, they had an angle to do what they're doing and they went at it early. And, he's going to come back, which is fine. Yeah. Obviously we don't know how he's going to be. I'm not expecting him to walk on the floor and be all NBA Jason Tatum. Like he's going to have to get, we don't know. Yeah. We don't know we don't know how he's going to respond. Like there's certain unknowns, but what I do know is it is March and the playoffs start about a month from now and nobody else in the league added anybody to their team the caliber of Jason Tatum. And we just did that. Now, do I think he should play 35, 40 minutes a game? No. I think he should start, but he should only probably play 20 to 25 minutes a game. Let Jalen still be kind of the catalyst of the team like he's been all year. He's an MVP candidate, and that's how we should roll. But, I mean, how can anybody who's a Celtics fan be upset about, like, the actual basketball player, Jason Tatum, all of a sudden coming back to the team a month before the playoffs start when they're a 2 seed potentially? Where people were talking about how they were going to be a play-in team.
Maybe they're just thinking more long-term. But yeah, speaking of things we're not upset about, Fernando's in the chat. Auntie Collins saying my favorites. Auntie Collins, you're our favorite. Yeah, and it's not just us saying it. Mrs. Pluggo is saying it.
It's true.
You're one of the best.
I hope Auntie's feeling better. She's had I've seen on her social, she's had the stomach bug this week. It seems like it's
that's no fun. Mrs.
Taking her
Pluggo
down.
had a stomach bug. Weekend herself. It's going around.
Yeah. Fernando, you have your last 2 basketball comments. I love you, buddy, but you have no idea what you're talking about. So it is.
I mean, the Pistons are pretty good, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody's beat.
Pretty sure there's about 8 teams in the West that will pretty easily, and you're probably not going to get past the Knicks or the Celtics. So, if Tatum is healthy.
Wouldn't that be something?
The Knicks will, you'll probably beat the Knicks. The Knicks
Pistons NBA Finals.
That'd be cool. Look, I like the Pistons. I like that franchise. I'm glad they're good again. I feel like Detroit is a good basketball town. It's good when the Pistons are good. I'm glad they're good. They got a good young squad, but this is their first time getting there. Not everybody gets there the first time. Sometimes there's the Thunder lost early before they kind of got to where they needed to go. It happens. Yeah. What do you same happened to the Patriots this year? They got to the Super Bowl. They were too young and they got their asses beat.
Dang it. I didn't want to bring it up.
It happens.
We have plenty of other stuff to talk about today. But I distinctly remember in the preseason, you and I sitting here and you're telling me that Stephon Diggs was the wide receiver that Drake May needed. And
last year he was. We made it to the Super Bowl.
And he's gone.
Well, I mean, there are some off the field problems there that I think. Well, yeah, but that makes sense. Listen, I like Diggs if they could find a way to get him back here for cheaper, because he's clear. He was our number 1 wide receiver, and he was that guy that Drake could rely on in third down. He was that guy, but he's clearly not Steph Diggs of Buff.
Fair.
So if there was, now they're saying, here's my thing though. So now they're saying that DJ Moore got traded today to Buffalo. So he's a Buffalo Bill now. So Josh Allen has a legit number 1 receiver again in DJ Moore. AJ Brown has been floated out around there. Him and Vrabel. I feel like that's the guy the Pats should go for. But a lot of people are linking us to this Price kid from the Colts.
Oh yeah,
Pierce.
Pierce.
Alec
Pierce.
I said Price.
Alec
Pierce.
I was like,
sorry, I'm thinking Alec Price, the wrestler. But Alec Pierce or whatever, who again, good player.
Paul Pierce.
Yeah, I mean, listen, all-time Celtic great right there, baby. Pierce is a good player, but they're talking about how you're going to have to pay him $30 million a year. Like, no. That guy, to me, he's not that level of, I don't know, whatever. But
yeah,
we got to deal with the offense. We got to figure it out. So Drake needs some, I do think we're going to upgrade, but that is what it is. I am ready for baseball. I'm ready for the Celtics to make another run at a championship. That's what it is, man.
It is what it is. Yeah,
it is what it is.
Well,
I do think there is significant chance that AJ Brown does actually end up a Patriot.
Interesting. That'd be something.
That would be
something considering all the diva talk that you spewed.
Oh, he's 100%. He's 100% a diva.
All the trash talk you said to Lawrence over the years.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, no, and part of the reason I did that was because Lawrence would sit here every week and tell me that there wasn't an issue with AJ Brown and his offense and quarterback, and I would sit here and go, "You're crazy. You're crazy." The dude is literally on the sidelines reading a book, making everything about himself because he's not happy. That was
reading is fundamental, but
listen, reading is good. Everyone should read.
You know, you don't stop reading. Once you
learn
how to read, you never forget it.
Yeah, but you don't.
That's
read.
what I tell my son.
You don't read in the middle of
unless
you work somewhere where you can read. You don't read in certain situations.
Yeah, you got to get it in somewhere.
Yeah, but anyway,
wrestling. Where do you want to start?
Where do you want to start? There's a lot.
I guess we could backtrack a little bit and give our quick thoughts on Elimination Chamber before we get into the rest of it. But I mean,
listen.
There's a lot. There's a lot to that Elimination Chamber that I keep. Yeah,
it was not good.
It was something.
I didn't like it.
You couple that with all the ESPN news that they're not overly thrilled, and then it's just a mess.
It is, and it's the wrong time of year for them to be going through a mess.
Yeah, I don't necessarily subscribe to a lot of things I see. Like we've talked, unless SRS drops it, I don't usually. But the whole ESPN's not overly excited with what they're getting, and then I started thinking about it a little further, and I was like, they weren't supposed to start this partnership until this WrestleMania. It feels like they jumped into bed early and are regretting their decision. You know what I mean? You ever jump into bed early with somebody or, thinking that they were supposed to be something special, and then all of a sudden you're like, what was I thinking? Now I'm stuck. That's kind of how ESPN feels right now.
Well,
but it was after this chamber that, again, nothing crazy significant happened.
That's one way to put it. I would say mostly nothing good happened at all. I thought the women's chamber was fine. I thought that was pretty good. Once again, I went in there thinking Tiffany was going to win. But once kind of Rhea and Io lost the tag titles on SmackDown the night before, I was kind of like, oh, that could change things. And Rhea ended up winning, which again, I don't think that's a bad choice at all. I don't think you can ever make a bad choice picking Rhea Ripley.
No.
But I mean, I thought the match was fine. I don't think there was anything, whatever. I thought Becky Lynch and AJ was not good. I didn't think that was a good match.
I think that they went too far with the booking. Like, you have Becky Lynch, who's an all-timer. You have AJ Lee, who is on this is her first singles match in 10 years, right?
Over 10 years, but yeah.
Like, over 10 years, yeah. So, the reason that Becky, Seth, Punk, and Rollins at all worked is because let's be honest, they helped AJ Lee along, but they put too many things in these spots in this thing where, one, you got to remember all those spots, and two, it's you just keep it kind of simple. Heel, baby face. Becky doesn't want to be there. You didn't have to get too convoluted with Jessica Carr and the turnbuckle spots. But I mean, like Ella said on Saturday at the post show, we love both of the people in the match. Just the match didn't hit.
Yeah, it just wasn't good. I don't know why. I get it, it's in Chicago, but like AJ winning felt weird to me. I felt like Becky should, like you had said got DQ'd. I said just won by cheating. Same result, really. I just thought Becky was going to, or it just felt like she should have left with the title, and then AJ gets the big win at Mania,
especially
to win the thing.
Especially given what they did on Monday.
But again, I don't necessarily hate that, but it seems like Becky and AJ is just now. Do we think Becky asserts herself in the gauntlet match on Monday and wins it?
Yeah, she better.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no world where Becky Lynch. You've told me for 6 months. You've told me since September, whenever AJ came back, right? Because they wrestled at WrestlePalooza in September.
Mm-hmm.
So she came back around August. Or maybe early September. I can't. Either way. You're telling me that Becky Lynch, who's been out of her mind, losing her shit on a weekly basis, did all of this to lose the belt that she told us was the most important thing to her, and she doesn't respond at all on Monday? There's not even really like, she doesn't do it backstage. They could have done, and I don't, what AEW does, where like on Wednesday, they do like a quick backstage promo after match and play it on Wednesday night. Do something. You're telling me that this is what AJ Lee comes out and says she wants to be a fighting champion. She's going to fight everybody. And all we saw was a couple people going to Pierce's locker room. Didn't even explain how all those ladies got in the match. Not a great look. And like I said, like, keep it going. It's the ultimate, like, that's why I thought Becky winning by DQ, and then AJ going, well, now that fire's been lit under me, now I see why I wanted to be back. I want that gold that I almost got. Let's do this at Mania, no DQ or whatever. But instead they went the other way, and it's like, well, how do we get back? And then if they just insert Becky on Monday, people are going to go, oh, there they go, just insert Becky Lynch again. It's not going to hit the same, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
That's how I feel. But I hate it because I love those two.
Yeah, but if you're telling me we're getting something completely fresh with AJ at WrestleMania, and it's not that, it's AJ and EO or AJ and just somebody Bailey or something out of the blue like that.
Well, now it's, what is it? EO, Bailey, Natalia. And then Natty.
It's Natty.
I meant Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile's in that match.
Yeah.
Explain to me why that is.
Lyra.
That's what they did nothing to forward that. Auntie said 5 days post Elimination Chamber, having Rhea face Jade at WrestleMania. It's better than Tiffany because Rhea at WrestleMania has proven to be great, whereas Tiffany felt flat. Can I piggyback off that? Yeah. What's going on with the last 2 years of women's world title matches at WrestleMania being marred with this just like shoot worky, who's pissed at who? Like Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair last year, they had to get talked to. Yeah. Jade and Rhea are going at it on socials, and Jade's apparently been a problem. Now, again, I don't feed too much into it. Shoot me all you want. I don't really buy. I just kind of focus on what's on TV, but like now we're sitting here like, did Jade go too far? Rhea's going to show up on SmackDown. Is she not going to respond to the tweets? Are they going to tell him to back it off a little bit? Like, what's going on with that? It's 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I know what it is. It's because there's no I almost dropped the F-bomb. I know I do that a lot, but I'm trying to get better. There's no storylines long term when it comes to the ladies all the time. And when you put last year, it feels to me that last year, Charlotte wins the Rumble. Everyone's pretty sure it's going to be Charlotte and Tiffany. That's what they do. And for some reason, it just went off the rails. Charlotte it felt like she tried to bully her way in some of the promos and segments with Tiffany. And Tiffany was like, F you, or that's not happening. And it turned into a mess. Like, I think that Tiffany and Charlotte was a long-term...
Great segue. Women are messy.
I think that Charlotte and Tiffany was actually a decently long-term plan last year. I just think it went off the rails because the two of them didn't act as professionally as they should have. Yeah, this one was clearly just thrown to... I mean, Rhea Ripley was a tag team literally the night before.
I have no idea when they made the call. Yeah, but it had to have been Saturday. They went, we're going with Rhea.
But this feels a little bit of the same because, again, like you said, work, shoot me, tell me whatever the hell you think I don't care. But it seems like they were going back. When people are going back and forth, and when one of them says something that clearly pisses off Rhea, but not only pisses off Rhea, causes other wrestlers to then go after, like Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, and a few others went after Jade on social media when that was all going down. So that told me that there are more than just one person that might feel a certain way about Jade and her attitude. Now, again, work, shoot, whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But, I mean, it seems like there's, I don't know. I know Ophelia's joking around, but the last few years, the women that they've picked to do this I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's causing issues.
And if there is any validity to Jade's perceived attitude or anything like that, and Tiffany last year, she got a lot of the brunt of Charlotte feeling like, I felt like Charlotte was kind of more.
She was bullying.
Yeah, I kind of felt like she should have helped Tiffany along in those big moments, and she didn't. But it's a different generation of, it's a younger.
You can say it. They're soft.
No, not softer. I'm not. No.
Oh, I'm kidding.
I'm saying Tiffany and Jade are the younger generation, more brash. More. I'm just gonna say how I feel, and then maybe they didn't.
But it's not like, Charlotte. I get it. Beyond, like, Rhea's not like old,
right?
She's not that.
But she's more of a veteran presence in WWE.
Yeah.
Jade's been there for a year and a half, maybe 2 years now at this point. Really only been there for about a year because she didn't really wrestle a lot the first year. Tiffany's a few years in. Chelsea, Pipe, they're all kind of been there for a while. Charlotte, I don't know. Again, I don't know. I didn't necessarily hate it. I kind of like, because here's the other thing that kind of annoyed me. Is that pissed off the internet wrestling community? But CM Punk's out here talking about Barry and Roman. They can say whatever they want.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
But Rhea won your Elimination Chamber match. We'll save that. That's called a spoiler. Stay tuned.
And look at listen. Rhea at WrestleMania, she don't miss. And I think, and again, I think Rhea is going to be able to get a good match out of Jade. And I would expect Rhea to win that.
Yeah.
I would think. Yeah. It's early, but I would think Rhea would.
Here's the thing. It depends on how they see Jade. Currently, right now, she's had, 2 title defenses in 100 days? 1? Maybe 2?
1?
I know about Jordan Grace. I'm trying to think of the other, if there was another one. Do they want to solidify Jade as a main event player? You beat Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, and you do that. If you don't have faith in Jade Cargill long term, you put it on Rhea. It's a safe choice. You figure it out from there. But then we run into it's a safe choice. We have a lot of safe choices lately. Yeah. What do you do? I don't usually pick against Rhea Ripley on a one-on-one situation like that. We know she's going to deliver a match. Can they put whatever this beef is aside and have Rhea? Because that was the other thing too. Charlotte also didn't really help her out in the match, and Tiffany in the match either. If these two could put it side by and have a good match, and even in loss show that Jade has progressed to a level of being one of these superstars, I'm here for it. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. We then ran back Punk and Balor. I thought this match was a good match. It was another good match from them, but we knew Punk was winning. Nothing really, it was, it's just a good match. Whatever. Punk wins. Punk looked slow in the match. It looked like Balor was carrying him even at times. But they do a sign of respect afterwards. And that's all well and good, and we'll talk about.
What do you think of Blackhawks gear?
What? Oh yeah, I did like the Blackhawks gear. I did.
I'm not a huge hockey guy, but I like the Blackhawks
I thought it was cool.
gear for sure.
Yeah, and the Chicago Bulls entrance, awesome.
100%. I grew up hating the Bulls. I appreciate the Bulls more now because they're the local.
Because they're terrible.
Well, did that, and they're the
With the-
local, the more
the
local
owners
team,
and
the more local team to me. So I get to watch more Bulls games than I. But when Jordan era, I was like, everybody loves this guy. I hate these guys, but the entrance was dope. I was a Rodman guy.
Yeah. Well, he was there. You had.
Oh,
you didn't
I
like him when he
know.
was
I
there?
know.
I
love Dennis Rodman. I'll say that. But not. Listen, I was like I was sick of them winning all the time. Hate. It was kind of like with the pay. You know what I mean? I was a Rockets fan. I like the Rockets. The Bulls always won.
Well, the Rockets had those 2 years that Mike went away. They were like,
yeah, but you know what we always
We'll
hear?
take it from him.
You know what we always hear?
Or if Mike was playing, they would have won 8 straight.
They would have won 8 straight. Mo.
They probably would have. They probably
maybe, but yeah. So it's like we won 2 championships, but people treat it like it wasn't that impressive of a feat, even though we went back to back. But either way, I digress. Yeah, the CM Punk Balor stuff, I would have expected more things to happen, but it felt. Are you okay with CM Punk slowing down to this? I mean, let's not split hairs here.
Well, he's not.
My guy's not a spring chicken. He's getting up there.
He's almost 50. Like he's been I know he took a 10-year break, but like that's okay. But like, just because he wasn't wrestling for 10 years doesn't mean he wasn't still getting older as a human. He's
sure. I just wonder what the next couple of years of CM Punk looks like. Obviously, he's going up against Roman. We'll talk a little deeper into that when we get to that segment because I want to talk about the WrestleMania match, but the Elimination Chamber was fine.
I think this has been a good run for Punk. He's been a fighting champion and he's had good matches. It's been a really good run for Punk, but the last couple matches or so, he looks like he's, Yeah. And again, if Fernando said he thinks he's doing it on purpose, he's telling a story. Maybe he is. Maybe he's like, maybe he actually is slowing down, but he's leaning into it a little bit more. I don't know. Whatever.
Bristol veteran, finding crafty ways to win.
Yeah,
I pitched that if he was going to be in the chamber, that he should put 5 young guns against him, and crafty Punk finds a way to win it, but they didn't go that route. He absolutely could be. He also legitimately could be tired. Like, let's be real here. This is the first long-term sustained run he's had, because when he first got WWE, he did get injured. He was even injured in
AEW.
He was injured in AEW. So he's held it, and being the champion, he does it. He said it, he said it in a few of these promos. He does have to do all the medias. He does have to do all the things. He could have been it could have just been an off night for him too. Who knows?
Yeah.
The only person that truly knows is CM Punk himself.
Yeah. Then we had What's in the Box.
What's in the box?
Now, me personally, I liked this debut. I thought this debut was more than fine. It made me laugh. It made me chuckle. But obviously the live audience, I believe a lot of them didn't know who Danhausen was, because not a lot of regular wrestling fans can afford to go to these shows anymore. So it's a lot of, there are obviously real wrestling fans in the building. Let's not be crazy, but like it's a lot. I just feel like more than half the arena didn't know what was going on there. And it was an initial pop. And again, do I think that WWE could have done a better job at debuting him? Yes. I think they should have debuted him with something like they did on Monday, which was a knockout of the park home run.
Yeah.
Well,
they put so much stake into what was in the box. They made it a focal point of 3 weeks of TV. Everybody, and we did this at Royal Rumble. We get our hopes up that it's going to be Chris Jericho, or it's going to be this, or it's going to be that. And then Danhausen does arrive. Now, again, you can debate who knows Danhausen, who doesn't know Danhausen. Those people that booed, I can guarantee you, lost their hair. Probably woke up bald on Sunday, being cursed. But
it's true.
I didn't hate the debut. I just don't, like you said, I don't know if that was the right thing to do for him.
Yeah.
What they did on Monday, but he played it perfectly on Monday when he was like, I was met to the thunderous applause.
Thunderous applause and cheers.
For people that don't know Danhausen, this is your first real taste of Danhausen. This is what he does. He will make, even in a bad situation, he'll figure out a way to make some light out of it, figure out a way to make the most out of the TV time that he's gotten. He crushed it with Pierce. Yeah, it was the debut. Not great. No, but again, you said, plus, how many kids in that crowd? Because parents are bringing their kids that know who Danhausen is, who's watching indie wrestling. Mm-hmm. Who, I didn't, AEW, he was not on that much. So,
yeah,
I think he rebounded nice on Monday.
God, yeah.
I love Danhausen, and anything Danhausen does, usually I pop for, so I didn't care.
Yeah, what happened on Monday was the exact reason why they signed him to begin with. That is exactly what that was for. He shows up. First of all, he calls Adam Pearce Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He calls him Cold Stone Steve Austin.
Yeah. He calls him Cold Stone, Mike Tyson reference.
Excuse me, Cold Stone.
Yeah, Cold Stone. He goes, the whole glass is disguised. I get it.
Yeah. Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce. And he does that. Hilarious to start. He reads off his Danhausen's Hall of Fame this year. I need the Triple H pointing the famous photo. He's doing all his things. He's funny. And then the whole, why is this wet? It fell in the toilet. And then you get that funny little toilet humor, pun intended. And then you get the Judgment Day walking into frame and Pierce trying to get the hell out of there, saying he needs to go have a drink. He needs to get the hell out of there. And they start ragging on Danhausen. He tries to touch the IC title. Dom says, hey, man, we're not happy to meet you. Now get the hell out of here before something bad happens to you. And Danhausen, oh, yeah? Well, you're cursed. And then what happens, Pluggo? Dominic loses his Intercontinental Championship to Penta.
Did he lose his Intercontinental Championship because he was fully cursed or because Finn Balor turned babyface?
It was because he was cursed.
I know. Yeah, which is fun, right? All the people that were complaining on Saturday about the debut changed their tune on Monday because now the IC title's off of Dirty Dom, who people don't like either. So
Danhausen's 1-0 in curses.
That's right.
Don't do too many of them. Don't water it down and beat it over our heads like WWE does. Do it, every so often. But Danhausen should be undefeated with his curses for a while. This should be a thing.
I'm not sure. I could look it up, but I would be shocked if there wasn't a "Your Cursed" WWE T-shirt up right now.
Of course, there
WWE
is.
shop. I'm sure there is.
And there was a report saying they are pleasantly surprised at the Danhausen. You don't say.
He sells. The dude sells. I bought his coffee and I haven't even tried it. It just sits on my shelf because I was like, "That's interesting to me."
Yes.
This guy is over. With people that get it, he's over. And the people that don't get it will start to get it.
They're gonna get it. And this is what we're doing. So that again, was it the best debut? No, but I feel like the people that know Danhausen were cool with it. They were like, oh, okay. And the people that don't were like, what the hell was that? I feel like that's what that was. And then we had the men's chamber. Which again was
I'm getting lights over here.
It was the men's chamber was average up until the last 2 minutes. Because the last 2 minutes happened and it was like, oh, all right, this guy's back. Oh shit. Oh my God, he won. And that was that. But before that, it was like, okay. All right.
They had to burn the 3 fan favorites to help Logan Paul get that. Yeah. That I was like,
a guy who wasn't even in the match until the night before.
And they said you're getting 3 eliminations. Everybody that they love.
Yeah. Okay.
LA Knight, Javon, and Trick all fell to the hands of Logan Paul for what? They did. What game did we?
For Seth Rollins to return.
Not only that. Yeah, Seth Rollins returned. Sure, are we getting?
Because that's what happened. Trick was playing off an injury, so it took him a little bit longer to get out of the chamber. So the door was open. There was a masked man who had come down earlier and tried to climb the cage, and our pal Ella J also said on the post show we did. She goes, "You can't get into the Elimination Chamber from the top."
Yeah.
So this masked man is just climbing the top of the chamber for no reason. He gets taken away. Trick Williams, the door's open. We see another masked man get in the ring.
Yeah.
He hits the stomp on super kick and the stomp on Logan Paul. Cody pins and eliminates Logan. Masked Man takes his mask off. It's Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Paul Heyman's on the outside, livid. And then Logan's out, and it's Cody and Randy. And it's like, oh, shit. Here we go. Cody and Randy. Last two. Drew McIntyre immediately comes out, attacks Cody with the belt. He's still trying to get Cody out of his life. He doesn't want to have to face Cody. Randy's kind of down at first. Randy comes up. He hits Drew with an RKO, who then goes right into a crossroads. And then without hesitation, Randy hits Cody with an RKO. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton
I'm excited.
wins the Elimination Chamber and goes to, and then we came on live right here with Ella.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what Randy has to say about all that. But
Exactly.
But
So
yeah, the post show stuff was wild.
on the post show, Drew McIntyre and Nick Aldis are yelling at each other. And then Nick Aldis goes to the table, the desk, and he says, all right, Drew wants to, keep messing around and stuff like that. Friday night, SmackDown, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, one-on-one World Championship
For
match.
the 18th time.
So that's happening tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
So now everybody's thinking, holy crap, they're going to give us Randy and Cody. This whole poor Drew.
Yeah.
I still think it'll be a multi-person match, probably. But
Could
now
be.
there's potential we could get the Randy and Cody one-on-one for the title, and then maybe one of them turns on the other heading in or at WrestleMania or right after the night out. Something.
You ever been on like a date or hanging out with somebody and
a date? Come on.
Yeah, right.
I'm a
Wrestling fan. And they bring a friend or you brought a friend and that person's the third wheel.
On a date?
Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're going to hang out and there's only three of you.
So then it's not a date.
You know what I mean?
Like you're
Whatever.
just going to hang out.
Whatever. You're the third wheel. That's what, if they make this a triple threat, that's what Drew McIntyre would feel like. Because we don't need Drew McIntyre to be invested in Cody Rhodes.
I think we might be getting a straight up Drew McIntyre versus Nick Aldis match at Mania.
We could be getting that. We could be getting Fatu versus Drew because he might reveal himself as the guy. All I'm saying is if they go down this road where Drew McIntyre figures out a way to be in this world title picture, if Cody wins tomorrow, it's going to be like, dude, what do you do? Remember when Seth Rollins was like that third wheel for The Rock and stuff at that one like kickoff? You're just like, what are you doing here? We don't need it. So find Drew something juicier to do if you decide to put the belt back on Cody Rhodes tomorrow.
Do you think Cody wins tomorrow?
See, this is the thing. They're actually being kind of unpredictable right now.
Because they have to be.
Because they're trying to ramp up interest in Mania. So I could see a world where he does win it, but I also don't know. What do you do if he doesn't win it? You do Randy and Drew at Mania and then just Cody. What's Cody? You know what I'm saying? Cody not in the title picture at WrestleMania is a real possibility, but
look, I don't hate Cody not being in the title.
I didn't think they were going to take the title off of Dom before Mania. Yeah. Like I thought Penta would be the one to do it. We just did it.
I like it though because now you can do Dom and Finn not for the title,
sure,
and just have that be a big time one-on-one match. And now Penta can defend the title in a ladder match or just do something else. It's kind of like spreading the wealth out a little bit, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna say they're gonna do it. I'm gonna say you're gonna give me Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton at WrestleMania for the title, and you're gonna tell because what you're gonna try to do. This is if you're WWE, you have it's a built-in 20-year story. There's a lot of history there. You're trying to get that lapsed fan that like used to watch back in the day, doesn't watch anymore, and you'll be able to invest in Cody and Orton because you go, I remember the Legacy days. I remember that. I think they're going to do it.
Yeah, I think they are too. I think Cody is going to win tomorrow.
So that makes Cody like a 3-time WWE Undisputed Champ? 4?
I think so. 3 or 4.
3? Whatever. He's just racking them up. He's going to hit 17 in like 2 years. When in doubt, put it back on Cody.
I think, and I know he's a top merch seller. I know he's QB1 and all that stuff. I think Cody should be the one to turn. If they're doing the ring, I know it's easy for Randy. He's done it a million times. I get it, and it will be fine if Randy does it. It'll be good. I think Cody should be the one.
I think
he should be the one.
I don't think you could turn heel against Drew because I think just beating Drew.
No.
I do think Cody should do something heel-esque to beat Drew, right? So then Randy could be like, damn, dude, like that's who I'm getting. Okay, and then Cody will be like, well, what you did to me at the Chamber, and Randy could just be like, that's what we do. That's the business. And then Cody go, I think you're right. I think we could see a world where Cody Rhodes is the bad guy in this situation and Randy's the face, but it starts tomorrow, I think. I think Cody's got to do whatever he can to beat Drew at all cost. And then that kind of like incenses Randy to be like, oh, so we're doing this, huh? You're going to do whatever it takes to beat me? And then he goes, oh, no, I'm a good guy still. And then he stabs him in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see it happening. That would be, something's got to give. I think they're shaking up.
Why would you run Cody and Drew again? Why would you run that angle at Chamber if you're not going to do it? That's the thing too. Why run it?
Yeah.
Why make the match? I know you're trying to get interest and you're telling a story, but why run Cody and Drew again?
That's what I'm saying. I think
why is it? Yeah. Why is Cody mad at Drew? I mean, yeah, he got involved, but he didn't RKO you. Randy Orton did.
Exactly.
Calm down, Cody. Yeet.
Calm down, Cody. He says, calm down, Cody.
Calm down, bud. You're fine. You'll be all right. You're going to win the title tomorrow. You'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Let's transition over to Monday night.
Yeah, we talked about a good chunk of it, but there was some stuff.
Let me tell you, there was some stuff.
There was some stuff said that I was like, what the?
Now.
What just happened?
Okay. We get to the end of the show. We get Roman Reigns. We get CM Punk face-to-face with each other again. Another great segment, I think, between the two.
Another show-saving segment, if I do say so myself.
I thought this Raw was
it was better than last week. No
women's matches. Inexcusable.
A lot of just like we just did the Chamber. We're just trying to get through it. But this segment, this was round 2 of Roman Punk.
Yeah,
and I thought Roman was about to win round 2, and then CM Punk.
Well, I mean, I think he still did.
Oh, okay.
I think Roman won. I know Punk said the thing at the end that everybody was talking about for obvious reasons.
Let us know in the chat who you think won Punk and Roman round 2.
Listen,
promo battle.
All right, so like for me, I thought the back and forth was good, okay? But I thought everything that CM Punk was talking about, Roman had an answer for.
Yeah, which is good for Roman. I like
correct.
That.
And like CM Punk is like, oh, I brought you in with the Shield. I brought you in, and Roman goes, no, you brought the other two. Like you didn't want me. You made that clear. You brought the other two.
Yeah.
And this whole time, Roman.
And honestly, Roman could have played that off like, you brought them in. You didn't want me. I was coming. That's how good I am. That they made me a part of that. Because Roman was going to be in the WWE. Like he was coming regardless, and they were like, "We need him in the group." So, who was the guy that they wanted in the Chris Hero?
He wanted Chris Hero.
That's right, Chris Hero. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't have looked optically. No offense to Chris Hero, great wrestler, but yeah.
But so like Roman comes out, he does his thing, he's cutting his normal stuff. He's interrupted immediately by Punk. He starts talking like that, and then he goes to leave. Roman goes to leave, and Punk grabs him, and he goes, "You just think you walking away?" He goes, "Are you done?" He goes, "I don't care that you don't like me, I don't care that you love me, but you're not going to disrespect me." And Punk leans in, and Punk goes, "I am tired," because at the Chamber, we were talking about how Punk looks slow. Roman Reigns sent out a tweet that said, "I don't know who's more tired, the crowd or the champ. Enjoy your last month of relevancy." Great fucking tweet. I mean,
and Twitter fingers,
tremendous tweet. Yeah. Tremendous tweet. And Punk reacted to it on social media and at the post conference, the not press conference, but the post whatever. And so Roman addresses that, and Punk says, yeah, I am tired. He goes, but I happily carry these bags under my eyes because I have to carry your bullshit around for 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And then Roman says, yeah, well, we only brought you back for the 30 and 40-year-old virgins that live in their mother's basement. That's what Roman
to which I took offense to that because I happily live in a house with my smoking hot wife.
Yeah. So listen, some of us are just built differently, Pluggo. But I would say in generalities, there's more of what Roman was talking about than there are us.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. And then he said, when I'm done with you at WrestleMania and I win my belt back, I'm going to give you a little John Cena retirement tour. And we're going to put you down, and then you're going to go down to NXT, and you're going to train the next batch of people to bring them up and feed them to me because I'm going to smash them all. And then he goes to leave. And then Punk turns him around. And he goes, no. You're not going to disrespect me. And he goes, and now
which wouldn't be a bad life, by the way, CM Punk. No. That's not a bad life.
No. And I think he's talked about it publicly. I do think he's going to be a trainer. I do think that is something he's going to do.
Yeah.
But he goes, well, now you didn't just earn me beating you at WrestleMania. But he said you're alone. He goes, you can't do anything alone. I'm hanging out with your cousins. Everybody's left you, and you can't win or do anything on your own. He goes, and now at WrestleMania, you're not just going to get beaten by me. I'm going to bury you. And then he leans in and he goes, and then you won't be so alone because I'm going to bury you next to your father who's died, who literally really died, Christian Cage, Punk.
Right.
What the hell?
Right. And that's wait, first of all, when he's like, I'm going to bury you. Okay.
I'm like, all right, I've heard that before. Okay. You're going to bury him. That's all right. That's cool.
You're cool.
But you're not going to be alone, and I'm going to bury you next to your father. I was like, damn, bro.
That is some heel shit.
What the hell was that?
Do you even
how does that make him look like the good guy there? I
1000% believe that there was outlines, there was discussions, there was conversations about what we're gonna say. This is one of the lines, but I have to imagine at some point, even CM Punk walking back up that ramp went, "Damn, I said that."
I'm sitting there, he said that line, and I just went, "Wow!" I went, "What?"
That was cold.
I was like, "That was not nice. That was unnecessary."
And you see Roman for like a split second after he said he did like a what?
Yeah, he's like, "Did you just fucking say that?"
Is that what I heard? Like even for a moment, he was like, "This is okay."
Now,
how do you top that?
Well, Roman better say something about Larry. I think Roman needs to bring Larry into it. He does.
Oh,
I think he does. Listen.
That's why your dog left you.
Listen. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he needs to bring Larry into it. Now, I won't like it because I love Larry. But what else do you do? What else do you do besides beat the piss out of him? He should beat the. Listen, I am somebody who, unfortunately, my dad has passed away.
Mm-hmm.
That was not a nice thing by CM. And I get it. Roman's is he a bad guy? I don't fucking know. But like. To me, that made CM Punk look small to me. That's how, not in the moment. In the moment, I was like, damn, dude.
Well, that means...
But like, thinking about it for a few days, I don't think CM Punk has anything on Roman. Because everything he's saying to Roman has a counter for, and Roman's playing it cool.
Well, that Roman just has means been that playing Roman this cool. Got to him.
That's what it looks like to me. It looks like that was a line out of desperation almost. It just looked like it made Punk look small to me. Not like he got him. Like, yes, the line is that type of reaction. Like, holy shit. But that wasn't like got him. That was like, hey, dick. Now, you didn't have to do that. What the hell's that about?
Do you think Punk now doubles down on it, though? Or does he come back? Or does he come out and be like,
no, he apologize. No, he can't do that.
I let it get the best of me. Like, blah, blah, blah.
No.
Because now, like you said, like the only place to go is like, all right, you just got punked out, no pun intended, Roman. You either need to say something in retaliation or it's just on site. Like as soon as you show up to Monday Night Raw, you need to be fighting in the parking lot.
You need to be waiting for him to show up.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like this needs to be just and I have to imagine that's probably where we're going to go because I don't think we're going to see Roman Reigns every week for the next 7 weeks, right? Is it like 7?
I think there's only but I think there's only I think he's only missing 1 week.
Okay, so I think but I mean, you're going to get the whole you guys can't touch each other till May. We're going to have a contract signing, all this. We're going to do all this stuff, but. Oof, I don't know what I'm here. Listen, I'm here for next Monday. Whatever, even if I were to miss everything, that segment alone is must see TV. So whenever they decide to put it on, like you got to be there. You got to see the rebuttal as I'm hiccuping here.
Damn, couldn't believe it.
Bury you.
Well, what a line!
Jesus
what a line!
Christ.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he did that. I was like, that is.
My dad was cremated, so you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't burying me next to him. I mean, he could sit me next to him. Just take me and go. But yeah, I don't quite. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they hit the gas like that this early. Again, I know they're trying to garner interest, but you've already had our interest.
Oh yeah,
and I'm surprised that they went here because that's a level that like now there's not much ceiling.
Well,
left.
I do think that one line, that's the catalyst. Like that one line at the end of that promo. Now, like the rest of this feud, that's really going to be the catalyst. That is like, okay, we're
because they can't. They can't talk for the next 6 weeks. But be just like, all right, another promo. What more can you say? It's got to be on Monday. If they're both there.
That is the catalyst to change this whole feud. Like the rest of the
way. It needs to be where it almost shuts down the show level of fight.
Yeah, like they'll do that thing where they brawl like 3 or 4 times and have to get like kicked out of the arena.
But but it needs to be like I'm talking like the first. Like, I don't know how you do it, but it needs to be epic.
Yeah,
an epic brawl. Where
that was some good stuff.
You got about 50 security guards that just get Superman punched. Michael Cole's like, remember when Van Gundy held on to Alonzo Mourning's leg?
Yeah.
You need Michael Cole like holding on to Roman, being like, "Stop it, we got a show to do."
Yeah,
that's something good. Like that.
But that was man.
God,
what a line by Punk. What a line by Punk. Oh yeah, Van Gundy. That was
just hanging on Alonzo Mourning. All that dude had to do is turn around and squash your bald little head.
And that would have been the end.
Oh, but no, Alonzo Mourning showed restraint. Good for him.
Yep. Gunther defeated Dragon Lee. That was a fun match. I knew that was going to be a slapper. And Dragon Lee got over, dude. Kicked out of he was lifted up by like him doing the power bombs. The power bomb on the table spot was really, really good. But Gunther ultimately beats him. But I thought Dragon Lee looked great in this match. Gunther's just,
and you got to see what he looks like.
Yeah. Well, that was not cool.
That was not cool to mask him, to take his mask off like that. Definitely not cool because that's the whole point of it. How do you feel about them showing it on TV and then some of our friends getting flamed for posting it on the internet, even though it was shown on TV and socials and all that stuff?
Yeah, I don't understand that second. Like it was shown everywhere. Like you're gonna get mad. Like if anything, they should have done a better job about. They've done the spot before where they take off the mask and they usually find a way where they immediately you don't see much. This was a little bit of a delay, and you saw it. I haven't seen the picture because I just haven't seen it.
I saw it for a split second. So now there's an interesting place we could go here with Dragon Lee. Now, Gunther can't just take people's careers, that be his only thing. So this is the next best thing, right? You took a luchador's mask. Dragon Lee could put it back on, or he could double down. KJ Orso style, like Fuego del Sol.
Yeah.
And he could just run with it and be like, this is me. This is no hide behind the mask. And then he fights Gunther again, or we just run it. We just call it good here. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that was dirty by old Gunther there.
It was. You know what else is dirty? The reports this week are that they don't know what they're doing with Gunther at WrestleMania.
I knew this was going to
happen. How the hell Do you have this guy retire John Cena and then retire AJ Styles?
Because nobody's ready
and
to
you
retire.
have no idea what you're doing with him at your biggest show of the year. Are you kidding me?
Because there's no one else ready to retire. Grainmaker, what's up, buddy? They shouldn't have shown the replay. The media members shouldn't have doubled down on defending it. That to me is tough. They shouldn't have shown it, but I guess like if you're a news outlet and you're like I didn't post it personally. I recap the shows when I watch them on my Facebook, but I didn't post it personally because I didn't necessarily think that was the main part of it. But I can't. It's news. Like I can't. What am I? You know what I mean? Like it's part of the news cycle. It's tough. It's a tough, weird thing that if WWE has no problem tripling down on it and put it because they posted it, they replayed it, they put it on Twitter, they did a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely tough. But Gunther, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're gonna do with that guy. They don't know what to do with that guy. This is how they we talk an awful lot about short-sighted booking and another not us, people talk about short-sighted hotshot booking. In another promotion, but it seems to be happening here where we got these ideas for these guys, but then we don't know what to do. Because again, he retired Cena, retired AJ Styles, murdered Dragon Lee. WrestleMania is 7 weeks out. What do you do with the guy? Who knows? What are you going to throw him? Your world title pictures are wrapped up. It looks like your IC titles. Well, I guess you could do Gunther and Penta, but I don't. The IC title seems beneath. That's what I'm saying.
Like he already held that. Like he already did his.
Everything seems beneath Gunther unless it's a world championship. You're just not going to have him on the show. You're going to throw him in some meaningless match. Is AJ Styles going to come out of retirement because he's in the hall? He's doing the Hall of Fame thing.
Do we think a legend? It could be a legend.
It could be, but who's out there right now that makes sense?
I mean, if it was a legend, it could be. What if it was Stone Cold?
Then Gunther's going to have to murder Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. But
that's just a name I'm throwing out. But like, who
is that going to be his gimmick when he's not in a world title picture? He's just going to legend kill Randy Orton style?
No. I think it could be. Could he fight Ray?
I mean, he could fight Ray. Try to demask Ray and retire him.
Like could this could the Dragon Lee stuff lead to Rey Mysterio stuff, and it's Gunther and Ray, and it's because I'm like I don't know who else it could be, but it's you know how I feel about Gunther in general, but how do you not have a plan? How do you not have a plan? Doesn't make sense.
Maybe they had a plan and it didn't. I don't know, but Gunther's in a weird spot now. He's in a weird rarefied air where a lot of things seem beneath him. Mm-hmm. And the things that he could be doing, you can only do so many times before we're like, oh, here comes 90-year-old Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
Or whoever.
That'd be out. Yeah, remember that? What else happened on Raw? Rusev and Obafemi.
Sean got yelled at. Oh, I didn't see that, Scott.
Oh, I didn't see that either. Rusev and Obafemi brawled for a little bit. It feels like we're getting that match at some point. All right, good.
That was it. That one is another. That was interesting. Rusev's like, I want it, and then he didn't want the smoke.
No, I mean, who does? Obafemi though? Come on. Yeah, but really, it was the end segment of the night. That was. Quite good. It was quite good. The line by Punk is. Let me tell you, man, that was some good stuff. What do you want to do now? Do you want to talk Dynamite? I know we're talking Vengeance Day. We're going to talk a little preview some Vengeance Day that is on Saturday evening, and stuff like that. Do we?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Do you want to save the NXT talk for the Vengeance Day talk, and we want to talk AEW? Do you want to talk that now and finish with AEW? What are you feeling?
Well, you can talk some AEW if you want. Then we could talk. We could recap Vengeance Day at the end. There's only a few matches. I mean, it's not like a deep Vengeance Day card. So
but I mean, What stuck out to you the most about Dynamite last night? What was? We have new trios champions.
Yeah, that was an interesting move. Sorry, a buddy of ours just DM'd us.
Oh.
Yeah, our buddy Tom.
Tom talks rubbish?
No, but he is our buddy. Our other buddy Tom.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And it was something about fantasy baseball. We got spots left in the fantasy baseball league. Dynamite. Yeah, the trio. Here's the thing only thing that kind of bums me out.
Yeah.
Is Okada international champion, Kyle Fletcher TNT champion. Now they're trios champions. Hangman's in the world title picture. I don't want the double champ thing. It seems crazy. We got so much stuff going on. I get why it happened, and it was smart of Don Callis and the Don Callis family to pull the trigger on the open challenge after Kevin Knight got his butt kicked by MJF. I mean, it was a great match, but like he's taped up. It was basically 2-on-3.
Yeah. And
then MJF, cost him Hangman at the end there. Definitely just adds fuel to that fire. So yeah, I was cool with it. I thought it was a good match. I just was like, because we got I'd like to see some more established trios teams fight for those trio titles.
Yeah.
Yes, there is, Scott. It's on our social media page somewhere.
It should be near.
It's got Great Hambino
from the Sandlot.
I can send it to you here in a little bit.
But
yeah, I just so we have new trios champions. That ends field fire, and I'm just like, damn, Jet Speed, man. What do we do with them now? But Speedball in the main event, hell yeah.
Oh, dude, Fletcher was going for the lawn dart, and he reversed it into that poison rana, and then did the running moonsault off the rope, backflip off the rope to the outside. God, come on, Speedball, animal.
Can I say that Tommaso Ciampa FTR segment was kind of weird?
You don't like it?
Not that I didn't like it. I just didn't like
the callback.
I liked the callback, but it's just like Ciampa's like talking Kyle Fletcher, and then he's like, it's like, all right, what are you doing with old Tommaso here?
FTR had 2 talking segments on that show.
Yeah, and then FTR comes out there and they kind of hug, and then they punch him, and then he's like, I'll see you on Saturday. It's like, okay. But I'd really like to see Kyle, because he kept talking about how Kyle Fletcher was ducking him and stacking trios titles, and then he goes and he wins it. And I'm like, all right, Tommaso, go get him. But he said he's going to do the fighting champion thing. I just want more of a psycho killer out of Tommaso Ciampa. He seems like a pretty nice guy right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, he is a good guy, though. So
he is a good guy, but I want to see a little more psycho out of him.
I wouldn't hate it. I want
to see just a little more edge. I'll be like, all right. But our girl Thunder Rosa.
I like this match.
Back wrestling, and that's all that I care about.
Yep. This was a good match. I thought, when MJF and Kevin Knight opened the show, I thought maybe this could have main evented it, and this would have been fun if I was like, oh, they got a main event, the women's main title. But this was a really good match. Tekla continues to impress me. She's so smooth, and her transitions and the way she moves in that ring is really, really good. It was good to see Thunder Rosa back. It was also good to see Thunder Rosa healthy. This was a good match. Tekla wins. Couple stomps, couple spears, finally puts her away.
Yeah.
Then we see the Sisters of Sin show up. We see Statlander show up. And she gives Thunder Rosa another stomp, and Statlander runs in there and kind of chases Tekla away. So it feels like at Revolution, are we running back Statlander and Tekla? Is that what we think there?
I mean, it feels like that's where they're going. My whole theory of like Statlander kind of double crossing Thunder Rosa because she wants the spot didn't really work out. But
yeah.
Tekla and because Tekla is not really talking about anybody else. She's not really feud with anybody else right now. Tony's kind of busy. Where's Mercedes been? I don't know. She hasn't been around. So yeah, I guess we're going Tekla and Statlander one more time. I don't know how you go from a strap match. What do you do next? But
Yeah.
Who else is? And that's who else right now in the women's world title picture is really like heated up to be.
That's what
challenger.
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be Stat. Yeah.
I mean, I would think it would be Stat, or they could do a multi-woman and add Thunder Rosa in there, but I don't see a need for that. Like, I think it feels like it's going to be Stat. It looked like Stat had a darker vibe last night. She was wearing all black. Kind of looked like she was wearing like Ministry of Darkness kind of Undertaker vibe a little bit.
She's reaching down deep after losing the
It looked like she should have joined the Sisters of Sin in Tekla, like what she was wearing.
Well, and that's what
like she fit that vibe.
Yeah, but she was giving off like, I don't want anybody else to have that AEW World Championship to me vibe. She could infiltrate them, but she's going to play the whole like, I had the belt after that long. I only had it for a short period of time. I want to get it back. I need to be more serious. That's kind of where she's probably going, I would imagine. I'm okay with Tekla and Statlander again at Revolution. I don't hate it. There's just nothing else right now that unless I'm missing something that I could see inserting themselves or that way into it, because that's kind of been the focal point.
Yeah, I feel like, correct.
Where has Mercedes Moné been?
She lost the TBS title, and we haven't seen her since.
Yeah, she's out reinventing herself or something, charging $100 bucks.
She's doing some indie stuff too. I assume she's going to lose all her indie belts along the way as well. We kind of glossed over a little bit, but Kevin Knight and MJF was real good.
Yeah.
Kevin Knight just continuing to show that he's a future world champion, future star, top of the company type guy, and MJF reminding everybody that he does talk a lot of shit, but he can go with anybody.
Yeah,
in the ring, and
that was a solid
that is
match.
just who he is. Yeah, it was good. It was a good match.
I don't know, man. Kevin Knight is gonna. If you say, we talk about it with Trick over at WWE, where it's like at some point you're not going to be able to deny just how good this guy is, and he's getting that level with each match that he has.
Yeah,
it's impressive. I don't know. At some point, and I hope they do it amicably, and I hope it's Jet Speed's gonna you're gonna have to see so that even Speedball's gonna have to be like, look, man, I see what everyone else sees. Go win you some singles gold. You're my guy, Jet Speed, and then Speedball. We've seen Speedball have some bangers too. Like he can go.
He's fighting Kyle Fletcher on Saturday for the TNT title.
He ain't winning it, unfortunately. But
I know, but it's gonna be unbelievable.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, and I understand, and then later on in the evening, Hangman has a squash match, and MJF comes out, and they go back and forth again a little bit. And that leads to what is a business arrangement, it looks like, between MJF and the Callis family, because Hangman gets attacked from behind by Fletcher, Mark Davis, and Okada. And then that leads to how they get we already talked about the trios title, but that's what led to them setting up that match later on in the evening. Mm-hmm. And I didn't really say it, but the one thing I thought was crazy, and I agree with you, I don't like singles guys getting other titles and multiple people having multiple titles, but the whole Don Callis was getting after Jet Set Rodeo because they were going after other titles and they had the trio. Like that was like the main thing he was yelling at. The trios belts aren't good enough for you. You're going after the world title.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's like, hey, we want to fight you for the trios titles. My two guys that already have other belts want to fight you for those belts. It's like, well, isn't that the same thing you're getting angry at them about? That they,
no,
it's kind of like whatever.
It's not the worst thing in the world. I just was like, so are we putting the trios titles on the back burner? Which sucks for a guy like Mark Davis, who is a champion now. But Okada and Takada and Fletcher have other things to worry about. These trios belts are not their main focus, so they're immediately. So what is Mark Davis like? He's like, what the hell, guys? Like, are we going to be able to freebird these things within the Don Callis family, where he can just plug and play, and then that kind of cheapens the whole that them having it, because then it could just be like, Rocky Romero, you're in, you're in, and it's like that's where I was just kind of like, with Fletcher and Okada. I don't know, but it could just be a short-term deal.
Yeah,
we could see a situation where they play their hand, and then Fletcher and Okada have to defend the trios titles in the same night. They have to defend their other belts. Like, we could see, there's ways they could go.
Well, oddly enough, when they were setting up this match for the main event, and Don Callis said, "Hey, you said any place, any time." I thought that they were going to book it for Revolution and make Hangman fight twice.
That would have been.
I thought originally that's what they were going to do, but then obviously he was like, "We're doing it tonight," and I was like, "All right."
And if they did that, there's really no stakes in it for Callis if MJF gets an upper hand there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that would have been interesting. So Hangman Page is about to run the risk of having no belts.
And never being able to challenge for the world title ever again.
He's like, I'm going to lose this trios belt. I ain't going to be able to challenge for the AEW world title. Man, Hangman better get real good at that TNT Championship Open Challenge.
Well, we were just talking about the Trios Championships. Well, there's a new Trios trio in town in AEW. Kind of a surprise. I was of the belief that this gentleman would have been heading towards NXT or WWE to be with the fam. But we had a tag match. It was Connors and Gabe Kidd against Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. Typical match. It was a pretty decent to good match. Orange Cassidy gets the victory. But afterwards, during the celebration, David Finlay shows up, shillelagh in hand. He attacks Darby and Orange Cassidy. And then the trio, who we get the graphic afterwards, they're going to be known as just the Dogs.
The Dogs.
In AEW. The old War Dogs from New Japan. They are officially All Elite as David Finlay made his debut in AEW. Like I said, I was kind of shocked. I thought he would be heading towards WWE. His brother's in NXT, Uriah Favors. His dad, obviously, works WWE. He's been working there for a long time.
Must have got some money.
Hey, man. Look, at David Finlay's the guy that I think was going to succeed kind of anywhere he went over here. He's good. Yeah. But I do agree. I think AEW, for the wrestling style, I feel like AEW is a smoother transition for the New Japan people.
Well, plus,
and I think it fits.
How old is he? It doesn't even matter.
It
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to my point of, like, he probably thought, okay, yeah, it's an easier transition. I got Clark. I got Gabe. These are guys I know. I'm going to make comparable money. I'm going to be on TV.
He's 32.
And guess what? If it doesn't work out, I can go to NXT down the line there. I have to imagine that was a factor. I'm sure he talked to, Fit and was like, hey, and maybe he likes again. And we talk about this, and MJF brought it up this week, right? He said, like, I have creative freedom here. There's no leash. There's no, and David Finlay's probably looking at it going, if I go to NXT, I'm going to be hanging out with Lexus King and Stax, just talking about how, we're legacies. Here, I can at least, we'll see. I don't know a ton. I honestly don't know a ton about the War Dogs. I don't know a ton about David Finlay. I don't watch a ton of New Japan. I know he's talented from what I've seen, but I'm interested. At least it's not full-blown Darby Allin going after the Death Riders anymore. It's now they're buddies. I'll take it because I'm kind of over that.
Yeah,
I did like.
Oh, Moxley and Hechicero. Oh no, go ahead. No.
Tony I was just gonna say I like Tony and Orange Cassidy's backstage where she's just going a mile a minute and he's just like, yep, yeah, whatever. Like
they're a nice on.
Yeah, but my Clementine and he's just like, and she's just like. And he's just, like, who had, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Hechicero Mox was cool. That was cool too.
That was a good match. I like Moxley. Dan Brown, my man.
Dan Brown, Cleveland Guardians fan. Dan Brown. I played my
last day of my Cleveland Guardians franchise in MLB today.
Dan is in our fantasy baseball league. If we could fill these last 4 slots.
Dan was in my neck of the woods last weekend. He had an impromptu gig that popped up in Massachusetts, but it was like a 90+ minute drive. Unfortunately, it was out in the West.
I'm literally waiting for Dan to come back to the South Bend area. Michiana area, because last time he came we had lunch plans and I was deathly ill. I don't get sick often, and I was just like, Dan, I have not left this guy. I've been puking. It is bad. And I was like, I'd love to see you. So when he comes, I told him, I said, I don't care what's going on. I'll stiff arm the kids. Get away from me. I'm going to hang out with Dan and buying him lunch because I owe him one. That's how it was. I felt so bad. I was just like literally dying, dude. I would have sucked it up if it was the sniffles, but I'd never spent, I think it was 3 straight days just on the couch. I didn't leave. I didn't eat. It was
hell yeah.
I got super skinny. It was great.
I was gonna say, hey, look, you lost weight. That's okay. That's what you did. You lost weight.
I lost weight, and then I was like, Scott, you're in, buddy. I'll send you the link. That'd be great because then we'll get close. I think there's a couple other people I got to follow back up with, and we should be able to fill it because we'd like to fill it hopefully this week so that we can set up a draft that we know isn't going to necessarily work for everybody, but we're going to try to make it work for everybody. Because I'm dipping my toe back into the fantasy baseball world. And I have some horror stories and PTSD of like waking up at 3 a.m. to check the waiver wire to try to beat people.
Baseball's a grind, bro. It's not fantasy football. Let me tell you, fantasy football is fun and there is strategy to it, but it is a cakewalk.
Yeah, it's like
compared
couple
it's
days.
A cakewalk. You got to check it on Mondays. You got to check it on Wednesdays, and you got to make sure that your lineup is in by Thursday night, most likely a Sunday. Baseball, man, oh man, that is an everyday grind for 6 straight months.
But we've tried to make it where it's going to be.
Oh yeah,
it's not going to be super competitive. I mean, we're going to win. Don't get us wrong. We're going to win. We're going to be in the final. We're going to win. We're going to be in the finals.
Oh, against each other.
But yes, Dan, you missed the Danhausen conversation. We are pro Danhausen here. It was a lot of fun. Ophelia hooked up. Ophelia, you should join.
She should.
You should join.
I don't know if she knows. She's joined a fantasy football league the last few seasons, and she's done that because she started to kind of get a little bit in there. I don't know the knowledge of baseball, but she should. Why not? Fuck it.
I had a roommate, Mrs. Pluggo. She should join too. Mrs. Pluggo, the love of my life, the apple of my eye. How you doing, honey?
We have more than 2 starting pitchers, Scott. We did not mess around, bro. You have
we have a full pitching staff. You got a staff.
You need a staff in this league. You need a staff.
But no, in my heyday, like when I was like not single, I guess I've had kids but like when I was in my, I guess single days, I was single back then, had kids. But we would like. It was serious. We had a trophy. We got all serious.
Oh, yeah.
And like my roommate would like set an alarm for like 2:55 so he could be the first. We would just fight back and forth. It got serious. Like, oh man. And I got out of the game, but then I'm itching. I'm itching for some baseball, so I'm definitely gonna just.
I'm glad you've come over.
You've
always liked baseball, but it feels like you're more into it this year than
I've always loved.
I've ever known you.
I've always loved the game of baseball. It's my favorite season. It's Mrs. Pluggo's favorite season. We actually kind of like early in our relationship. Cubs was kind of what brought us together. We'd watch Cubs games together, and she's a Cubs fan, and just like life has been a grind. But I just like I'm sitting here going like, man. Just this and listen, the changes that they've made to the game have made it a better, easier, quicker watch. It's more of a 2.5 hour thing than 4.5 now. Sometimes, so I'm itching to get back and get full into it again. So you know how I feel. I love that. I say that, and then I'm like, I haven't watched a game in a month, but I'll watch. There's plenty. Anyway.
Yeah.
Dynamite was good overall. I think they're on a good run. Even Tony Schiavone said, "Hey, we're on a streak of like killer main events," and they're not. He's not kidding. It's not just hyperbole. Like the last, I'd say, month easy, maybe 6 main events have been bangers, dude. Like they're putting their best foot forward. As they should be right now. And again, this isn't, I don't want to go too down this rabbit hole, but they have a really interesting chance again to be like, some people are tuning out of WWE right now because of the things. There's a lot going on. Here's a chance to grab some interest. Maybe we'll see an upswing in AEW right now. Cause this is how rest of the business works. It's ebbs and flows. Like when the WWE's up, it's up. When it's down, and we'll see.
Yeah, and the one thing that we didn't talk about on Dynamite that I wanted to was the Swerve and Brody King segment.
How he hung Brody King.
We have not seen Brody King get manhandled like that, really, ever.
He's not the most dangerous man in AEW.
Wow, Swerve had that one line where he said, "It's one thing to talk about being the most dangerous man; it's another thing to be the most dangerous man." And obviously, Swerve saying it has gravitas to it because it's a crazy motherfucker.
Dude, I like that. I loved it. I love unhinged Swerve. I love the idea of people trying to step to him and prove that they're more dangerous. Now, Brody King's fantastic. Poor Brody King.
Yeah.
He's going to get beat at Revolution.
Oh, my God, yeah.
But it's going to be an awesome match. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be fantastic. The only thing I could see Swerve maybe losing if there was, like, outside involvement. Somebody comes in, steps to Swerve, helps Brody. But Bandito's busy, so it's not going to be... It'd have to be some kind of, like, Kenny Omega magically finds time to sneak over there and help Brody, but he's unavailable, so we'll see. But yeah, it's going to be a hell of a match. Poor Brody. Poor Brody.
I know.
It's one thing to step to MJF, Brody King. It's another thing to step to Swerve Strickland, most dangerous man in the game.
It's unfortunate, isn't it?
I mean, Brody seems to think he's going to win. And I think this could be another one of those matches where, yes, Brody King might not get the win here over Swerve, but I think he's going to come out of it better in the sense of, like, it's going to be, like, we might be talking about it match of the night. You bet. Yeah. Just that good. But we'll see.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about the inspiration and how they got done dirty?
Well, that was going to be the last thing we talked about because I personally am not as negative on this as I feel like Jose was very upset about this on Dynamite Up last night. I hopped on Kayfabe and Coffee this morning. Kyle was upset about this. I am not that upset about this. I think they're going to be fine. I don't really find this to be a huge issue. They cut the funny look again. Like, yes, they can wrestle. They have been champions in multiple places. I do think they will. I think they're going to be more than fine in AEW, but I don't think they were signed just for their wrestling ability. I think they were signed to be comedy and comedic, and they cut the comedy promo and the comedic promo, and it was good. And then they even did the thing in the match before doing the Jey Uso. Hey, no, we weren't done with our entrance. Put the music back on. We're still posing.
Sure.
And then the Brawling Birds have been doing what they've been doing and running through teams. They haven't had a match over 5 minutes, it feels like, since they've been together. Yeah. I don't.
Just say it. You hate the inspiration. You hate her. Don't be a hater. You hate him. Don't be that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
No, that's not true. I don't hate him. I just don't think that this was as big a deal as people are making it out to be.
I could see why people are upset about it in the sense that you're building the Brawling Birds. It's clear as day that they're
going straight for the tag titles.
They're going straight for the tag titles. But you did just sign a highly decorated women's tag team. Don't put them up against your hottest tag team that you're trying to build right away. Maybe get a few wins in the Inspirations belt and then have the match and go, oh, either one of these teams could be a front runner for the women's tag titles there. You could have done that. Not saying you need to make the Inspiration world beaters, but maybe give them a couple of wins.
But I think they probably will get that now.
Yeah, but that's now. They lost to the Brawling, so they're not that good. Yeah, but it's their AEW debut. That was their AEW Dynamite debut.
Yeah, but like again, I look at it like, okay, they have this embarrassing thing on their debut. That's gonna add to their character moving forward. Like their characters are gonna be based off them getting embarrassed in this. Let's just say by the time Dynasty happens, the Brawling Birds are tag champions, and the Inspiration has gotten wins against other teams in the division. Then they could say, hey, do you remember us? You ruined and embarrassed us on our debut, and now we're going to come for your titles. They won't win that match, probably.
I don't like living in a world where Inspiration loses ever. So,
all right, that's fair. That's fair.
The inspiration fans or iconic fans, you're not going to convince any of them otherwise, right? They are goddesses in the world. Their fans bow to everything that they do. Right. So
then that's fair.
And like Birds, you did them dirty. You did them dirty.
I think I'm not saying that it's not valid complaints. If I don't think that I think they're going to be just fine. I don't think that hurt or killed them at all. I just think they're going to be just fine.
It killed us. Okay.
It killed
us. It killed
That's
us,
okay.
the fans.
That's okay.
It wasn't very iconic. It wasn't an iconic moment. It didn't give me much inspiration.
Well, they are. Yeah, that's fair. It wasn't inspiration.
It didn't give me much inspiration. It just gave me heartache and acid reflux. Damn it! Don't do that to the inspiration, Tony. Treat them better.
You never want to do that to the inspiration. Why would you do it? Why would you do that to the inspiration?
Are the Brawling Birds going to be tag team champions?
I think so.
Are we getting that? That's not a revel. They're not going to heat that up. Maybe they might.
Could they heat it? Could they
what's
heat it
Willow
up and
doing?
It makes it to Revolution?
Well, look, Revolution's the 15th. So you got one more week of TV next week. That's it. Yeah, you got one more Wednesday.
Next week's the go home. Yeah.
You'd have to do something on Collision here, and then you'd have to be like, we're just doing it. Brawling Birds 2-0. Or you just don't do it at all.
Yeah.
I think you just don't do it at all. If that's the case, because I think you want to build this Brawling Birds team up as a real killer. So
I agree.
I think they need. I'm going to contradict everything I just said, but they need to beat an AEW established tag team before they get a shot at the tag titles.
Okay.
In my opinion,
I'm okay with that. I
you know
don't
what I mean?
disagree.
Like Julia Hart and Sky Blue or something. Beat them, and then we can talk about it. Megan Bain and I can't do Penelope; she's hurt. That's right. So maybe they just hotshot him into it because what was a strong suit is now becoming a little weaker.
Yeah,
look at that. Yeah, even Scott said, "I hate what they did to the inspiration on their TV day." Scott's usually more of a he even sides with me anyway.
Look at again. I don't. It's fine.
Just say you hate him. Just say you hate him. Just admit it. Just do it. Just do it.
I'm not going to admit that because I don't agree. I don't agree.
Then they should go undefeated for the rest of the time.
No, they shouldn't. There are teams on the roster, the Brawling Birds being one of them, that should beat them when they go. Not every time, but that's all. That's all I'm saying. They're going to be okay. They're going to be okay. I think they're going to be okay, guys. I'm being serious when I say it. I think they're going to be good. No?
Yeah,
I don't disagree.
Oh no, I'm just giving you a hard time. I think you're right. I'm just being funny. I saw there was a lot of. I love those two. I think they're funny. I like comedy wrestling a lot more than.
And again, I think this is going to clearly feed into them as characters as well, which I think in the long run we are going to find to be very entertaining and give us what we need from the inspiration.
Well,
we will be inspired.
I hope so.
All right, let's talk a little Vengeance Day, shall we?
Vengeance Day.
This Saturday night.
Out of nowhere. Like I was like, oh shit, that's like Saturday.
Yeah. This Saturday night. We have Vengeance Day, PLE. I believe we have 5 matches.
Not too many matches. A lot of street fights and brawls.
I was going to say, yes, we do have. There are some stipulations and things of that nature. So we have 5 matches. It's taking place. Are they on the road for this? Is this on the road? No, this is in Orlando. This is at the Performance Center.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're on the road for Stand and Deliver in April, in St. Louis.
That's right.
Was Tuesday night a missable NXT?
I mean, I thought it was fine. I thought, sadly, it was the best show WWE has produced so far this week.
I thought it was an okay show overall. I just didn't really. I was like, felt like
I like the Blake Monroe, Jada Parker stuff.
Yeah, that was really good. It just felt like it was missing something. I don't know what it was, but I watched it and I left it going like there was a lot more talking on this NXT than I'm used to. Maybe that was part of it. I was just like, there's a lot more.
Can I just say?
You can say whatever you want.
Robbie Stone, tremendous.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. He knows when to press the gas, and he knows when to go, you know what? I got to think about this for a minute.
Yeah.
He's been doing he's the most.
Might be the best GM in the company right now.
I was going to say he's the most tame GM in the company, and he's still wild. Like, he's still jittery, but like he's no Adam Pearce who's about to blow a blood vessel.
Listen, he admitted that he had to go drink during the job on TV.
Would it be weird if I like went to because he's supposed to come to South Bend for a meet and greet?
Adam Pearce, this is.
Yes, if I
should go meet him.
If I should go meet him and have him sign something as Cold Stone Steve Austin.
You should.
Would he do it? I wonder if he'd do it. Or he'd be like, get the hell out of here with that.
Yeah. He would look at you and go, come on, bro.
Come on, bro. That's what that would. What if I went and got some Cold Stone, got a cup, had him sign it, Cold Stone Steve Austin, aka Adam Pearce. Now we're talking. Anyway.
I mean, if he was cool about it and did it.
I don't know if he's cool or not. I don't know if Adam Pearce is cool or not. On TV, he is a wild card. But anyway, Robert Stone's been doing a good job. He's interim. I think they should just give it to him.
They should. I think they should.
Who are they going to get that's better?
Yeah, I think they should 100% make it perfect.
They could get people that are better, sure, but he's been good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you run the risk of like, oh, this name's bigger than Robert Stones to be the GM, but what if they don't pan out? Then we're just doing this all over again. So yeah, just leave him there.
Yeah. We saw Miles Bourne defend the North American Championship the week after he won it against Ethan Page. They fought in their street clothes.
Like
not they're in their suits. Yeah,
those aren't street clothes. Those
not street clothes, but like they're regular. They were wearing regular stuff.
Those two men's suits combined cost more than my car.
Yeah, I mean those suits combined probably cost more than everything I own.
Right. And they were just like, we're just gonna tear this shit up.
Yeah. It was brutal. It was a good match. Miles Bourne won again.
Is he a baby face or is he a heel?
Bourne?
Yeah. What
He's a baby face, clearly.
I don't know. He did it. He hit Ethan Page with a shoe. Heel move.
Yeah, but that's kind of getting back at Ethan Page for being Ethan Page, is it not?
He's, I don't know. Is he just ruthless now? He's ruthless. He's like Randy Orton.
You got to do what you got to do.
Okay.
Look, I like.
Hate. He has the worst shirt in NXT.
Miles, I don't know what it is.
It's just a big MB on the chest, like a logo, and it just says like NXT, and it says M, and it's bad. And every time I see it, I'm just like,
fair. I'll have to look at it.
You got to get a better shirt, my guy. You got to tell him like you deserve something better. But I like the edge to Miles Bourne. I'm interested in this new side of him. I joke about the face heel stuff. I do like a little bit of a ruthless baby face who's not an idiot. That's nice.
Yes.
So if they could keep it going, but unfortunately I don't know if they will. But
well, I like the little backstage thing they did with him and Joe Hendry, where they were talking about, and I know you have a lot to say about Ricky, which I'll let you.
I cannot believe after what we heard on Monday that fucking Joe Hendry made a death joke.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I was like,
that's what I was just getting to.
I was like,
but the good thing is Miles Bourne said it first. He goes, "Hey, look at one, it can't be. It's not all that bad. I mean, I'm deaf, so I won't have to listen to Ricky." So he says the joke, Miles, and then Joe says, "Yeah, it's going to be so bad, I'm going to wish I was deaf."
Yeah, but nobody in the history of the world.
Miles Bourne does come on, bro, that's not true.
Right. No, and then he's like, "I'm going to fight you," and then he's like,
but he did. They were all joking around. Like I thought that was funny. That made me laugh. Look at getting a little risque with the jokes. All right, they get a little risque with the jokes.
Oh, I was like, holy shit!
But yeah. But one thing when Blake Monroe cut her segment, and I was watching NXT and I said I said aloud to him, I was like, they need to make Blake more vicious, like in her, and not so much the character because she's the glamour, but in the matches she needs to be more vicious. Like that's what she was Mariah May, that's what she was. She was glamorous, but she would kill you.
Yeah,
she was and then we saw Jada Parker interrupt her, embarrass her. They start brawling, and then later on in the night, we saw Blake Monroe not in a dress, wearing all black, saying "street fight." At Vengeance Day, which I'm hoping this leans into them letting Blake Monroe get a little violent and more vicious in this match. We'll start there because we do have Blake Monroe going one-on-one with Miss Parker, Jada Parker, in a street fight now. I love Jada Parker. I think both these girls are main roster ready. But Blake Monroe's going to win this one, I think, right?
You think so?
You think Jada Parker wins?
I think if you want to continue this Blake Monroe spiral and really get to that dark place with her, Jada Parker winning it would do that.
I would be more than okay with that. I love Jada Parker.
Because the Thea Hale lost Blake, it started to spiral. And it was like, oh, dipping my toe. And then this Jada thing. Jada's been under Blake's skin this whole time. Jada even said it, like, you can't seem to keep my name out of your mouth. I'm living rent free there. I could see a world where they give it to Jada somehow and get a win to Jada somehow. And then Blake just snaps. Because they keep teasing, this darker side of her. But the only way to really get it, right? Like Miles Bourne, the only way to really get to this new Miles Bourne was he had to take some more adversity, and then he's like, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
This could be the moment, but this would be like if I was putting confidence points on it. It's Blake Monroe. Obviously, they want to keep her hot, so they'll keep her winning streak. They'll keep her winning. So, but I'm going to take Jada just because I think there's more intrigue there.
All right, I like it. I like your pick. I like
Jada Parker. She's awesome.
Oh, yeah, she's unbelievable. We have seen Tony D'Angelo, since coming back, vow to take out all of Dark State. Last week, he cost them the NXT Tag Team Championships as the Vanity Project Swipe Right won the tag titles. Yeah. This week, we see him attack Osiris Griffin with the crowbar in the back and injures him, which causes Dion Lennox to come out to the ring and call out Tony D'Angelo. Tony D says, you've been the guy I've been waiting for since you made my life a living hell with the family and all this. I've been waiting to get my hands on you. And they are having themselves a parking lot brawl at this show.
So just a normal night in the office?
Oh, the parking lot, the most dangerous.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they already brawl in the parking lot every week, but
I was gonna say this is the most dangerous place in NXT is the parking lot, and that's where this match is happening.
This is why Tony D came back to NXT.
This is what he's saying,
to destroy Dark State. That was so. I don't see a world where he doesn't finish the job.
I assume the Dark State fell. Is anybody going to help Tony D? I know he took them all out, so are they going to play it that way that it's actually going to be Dion by himself? But no, I don't think so. I expect the Dark State guys to get involved. So Tony D, he doesn't have a family anymore, but he's going to need some. Is he going to fight off 4 guys and still win?
Yeah, that's why this is weird too. I don't know. Him losing to Dion makes no sense unless you're really high on Dion Lennox and you're like, he has Tony D's number and we're going to extend this to Stand and Deliver, maybe, where then we go, there's a no outside interference. It's just a strictly one-on-one. Did you do enough damage to get the other 3 out of it? There's a lot of intrigue here, but at the end of the day, I think we're going to see Tony D get it done, and I think that this will be the death nail to the Dark State as it is. I think Dion might go, look, I'm out now, and we'll go from there. Because he's teased being solo guy anyway.
Yeah.
So you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Robert Stone. Hey, our man, Robert Stone.
Yeah. We saw a cool vignette.
The official GM of Between Two Beards. The other 2 guys we're not vibing with because they're crazy.
Should be. We saw a cool vignette on NXT that saw Miss Shayna Baszler on there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Doing some mat training with Kalani Jordan. That was a fun little thing. Hopefully, you know how I feel about Shayna Baszler.
She's
love
the
her.
best.
Greatest
She's
NXT
awesome.
women's champion in history, in my opinion. Still,
ran the whole chamber down one year. Like, yeah, dude,
she's awesome.
awesome.
She was everything. And don't get me wrong, Rousey had a great first year, but Baszler was everything they wanted Rousey to be. They should have just had her beat Becky. Knowing what we know now, especially afterwards, they should have just had her beat Becky at WrestleMania. I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they should have did a lot of things with Shayna Baszler, and I don't know if it was bad timing, bad whatever it was. Like if she was, because she's very good at what she does. If it was you didn't think she was good on the stick, just give her a mouthpiece and let her be just like Brock Lesnar for females.
Yeah, you could have easily put her with Heyman, and knocked it out of the park.
Could you imagine her in the Vision right now as the female heater?
She'd be the leader. No, she'd be the leader.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you still could do some stuff, but
it was awesome to see Baszler. I would love to see if she, and she fought Lola Vice in an underground match when she was still there. So she has the history. It's a good person.
She win that or Lola?
No, Lola. I think Lola beat her.
Lola's undefeated.
Yeah, Lola's undefeated in those. Yeah,
she's undefeated. Yeah. Okay.
So it's a good person for Kalani Jordan to kind of ask to train or hire to train her. It makes sense. It was really good. I love how they let Baszler talk in it because we have that history with her, especially in NXT. It was a cool little segment. Great to see Baszler.
Oh, yeah.
I actually think, and they're playing it off that Lola Vice was in the doctor's office. The doctor said, "You shouldn't be wrestling." Lola's like, "I have to wrestle. I can't not wrestle, even though a professional fucking doctor is telling me not to wrestle because I could ruin myself forever. No, I need to wrestle."
And her rationale behind it made me laugh because you've watched every old timer wrestler guy, girl who's been injured. She goes, "I gotta keep wrestling because I'm so close to, I'm right there. Yeah. I don't want to quit now because I got all this stuff going on." And every old time wrestler is like, "I should have told the doctor I had this injury and now I can't walk."
Yeah.
Without, help in the morning.
She's gonna have carpal tunnel her whole rest of her life.
And I don't mean to make light of carpal tunnel to all the carpal tunnel. We're not making. I'm just saying the way that they framed it up was kind of a.
I wonder if she'll do a documentary like Jason Tatum. So anyway,
I hope the hell she does.
First person to ever tear their Achilles ever, Jason Tatum. I don't know if you knew that. They're going to actually change the interview. You know how they call it Lou Gehrig's disease? That they're actually just going to call that the Tatum because it's never happened to anybody ever again. Yeah. His soul. I don't know if you've watched this documentary, but at one point he says that his soul left his body during that. All right, give me a break.
When did they decide?
Give me a break. And this is a guy I love, by the way. This is a guy I love.
When did they decide to do this docuseries? Because if
there's footage right away.
But the reason I'm asking when they decided to do the series was if your Celtics were the 12th seed in the East right now, and they were like
a hero.
But I'm saying he wouldn't be doing all this because Tyrese Halliburton is not coming back, and they got injured around the same time because the Pacers are dog shit right now.
Yeah.
So
and again, Halliburton's doing something on his social media, documenting it too. Tatum's it's just what they do now. It's for their brand, it's for whatever. But it's like I just don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's kind of hitting with people, especially around here. I don't think it's really hitting with everyone's excited for him to come back. We love the guy; he's one of the best athletes in the city. But I think a lot of people are kind of like,
if he was 35, this would hit different. I'm not trying to make light of Achilles heel injury.
No,
but
the way that the first person that it's ever happened to, relax.
Okay,
man.
So next time somebody tears an ACL, we're gonna do this.
Do you know what's a good story, Jason? If you just come back and help the Celtics win a title, that's just a good story.
Yeah, that writes itself. Then you can do the docu-series after, and it's great.
Yeah. Like if you come back and you're 70% of who you are and you're not good and we get worse somehow because we're a 2 seed without you, it's not gonna, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Swept in the first round by the Hawks. Hawks.
Listen, again, what the Celtics weren't supposed to be this.
I know, but they're there now, so they're there. It is what it is. Listen, when my teams aren't supposed to be there, then they get there and they play like shit. I go, damn.
Well, yeah, I still get upset. I'm still upset about the Patriots in the Super Bowl, but you got to look at it sometimes in a greater picture. Is they were a year or two early. They shouldn't have been.
And they shred a bunch of payroll.
They did.
So they did a thing to set them up for the next few years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and they've made a good look at. I will say this, Brad Stevens, very good.
It was smart. It was very shrewd stuff.
Very good.
There, but
here's what I'm saying, Pluggo.
Yeah. The Lola Vice.
I think Kalani Jordan has given Lola Vice her first loss in the underground tonight at this show.
There's a built-in excuse with Lola's hand, whether it's a shoot injury or real injury, whatever it may be. You could literally go, oh my God, she took an L. But Lola is undefeated in those. Those are unpredictable. I'm with you. I'm going to go with Kalani as well because I think, like I said, I don't think they'd make this big a deal about the hand stuff if it wasn't going to ultimately cost her the win. And we're going to push Kalani Jordan because that's where we're going here.
That's what it feels like.
We're gonna talk about. Well, actually, no, we're not because they're not wrestling at Vengeance Day. But I was going to say, I think the women's division is about to have some people clear out of there. And I think Kalani's going to slot right in there. So I think that's where we're going.
Yeah. Well, we are going to stick with the women's division because we have one of two championship matches we're going to talk about now. It is a singles match for the NXT Women's North American Championship, a heated one could say a heated rivalry. See what I did there?
Still haven't watched it yet.
Me neither. We got to do it on the Patreon. We got to watch it together.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
The North American champion, Izzy Dame, defending
Shiana's own
against her former best friend, her former stablemate, someone who tried to kill her with a chainsaw, Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley, my girl.
One who's not to be played with.
No. Once you bring a chainsaw out, that's it. I'm done with you. I'm going to HR. I can't be around this. You want to have a match? You want to throw some tacks and some what? You brought a chainsaw out there? Nope. Mm-mm. That's not in my contract. I'm not doing that.
That's $1 million idea.
It is.
Maybe not $1 million idea, but like
right up. HR. She should go to HR
and have like, all right. So today I have a complaint from Izzy Dame. What happened?
I was chased with a chainsaw.
And then they sit and have to work it out in HR. Like, that'd be fun. WWE, hire me. I'm ready.
Hire you?
Us.
I'm the one that said it.
Well, I'm saying, like, you could do, like, a show of just HR complaints. Yes. Like, I also believe that there needs to be a Law and Order that just deals with all of the lawsuits that come from the fake accusations that the cops make initially. Where they're like,
boring Law and Order.
I know, but I just
someone answering emails,
right? But Stabler's like, I know it's you, and for the first 40 minutes of the show, they think it's him. They ruin that guy's life, and then it turns out to be somebody else. And I want to.
What about this guy now?
Yeah,
how do we fix this guy now? Because now he's fucked.
Turns out Todd won the lawsuit against the city and now owns a boat.
Yeah, now he has $3 million and he bought a yacht.
That's right.
All right, great, good for you, Todd.
I'm in on boring TV, dude. I'd be down with that. The WWE complaint department and Law and Order, it would be settlement. Law and Order Settlement Victims Unit or something. I don't know.
Settlement SVU. So we're sticking with SVU.
Settlement. I got to come up with a name. I'm working on it. We'll workshop a name. But anyway, I got.
Does Tatum actually win this year?
I don't think so.
Is this the title? The titles are any of these titles? Well, we'll talk about that. Is this the title change of the evening?
I think that they fell into a happy accident when Thea took it off of Blake, and I think they found something in Izzy, and I think that they're going to nail it home with Izzy Dame here.
So what does Tatum Paxley do? Does she come up?
I don't know what she does. She's
former NXT World Women's Champion down there.
She is, yeah. So she's got that going. I mean, she could come up.
Should she go back up to fight JC? I know you said Kalani, but does Tatum lose this and then somehow end up going back towards the world title?
But that
doesn't make sense.
What do you do with Izzy Dame if she loses the North American Championship here? Just run it back with Tatum again?
I don't know. Yeah,
That's where I'm
stand
like,
and deliver. I guess you could. I mean,
you could, but
because she tried to kill her with the chainsaw.
Sure.
So
chainsaw
you could have a third match that is like a
Tatum's
a weapons
Funhouse.
match, or like you have you have the steel cage with the weapons in there, or you do something.
Yeah, Tatum's
I don't know.
Playhouse or something.
Yeah, something like that. You do something creepy.
You could. I'm just gonna stick with Izzy here. I think that there's.
I'm gonna go Tatum. I'm gonna go different from you. I'm gonna go Tatum.
That's you're going different from me because I just gave you two boring TV show ideas.
Yeah.
Poor Nancy has to sift through all of these wrongful accusation suits.
Brother.
Slander. All these slanderous lawsuits. She's just pissed.
That would go like 6 or 7 episodes before everyone would be like, it's the same thing all the time.
She's like, Olivia, damn it. Could you actually get some evidence where you just assume it's this guy?
Unbelievable.
You guys put him on the news.
Yeah.
Ruined his life.
Unreal. Then it is what we assume will be the main event. A singles match, NXT Championship.
Yeah.
It's Joe Hendry defending against Ricky Saints, who put on a show for us on Tuesday night, Pluggo. He put on a show for us.
Be honest. That was the corniest thing.
Oh, on purpose, though. That was designed to be that.
But it was designed to be that, so it turned out being
that was cringy.
It was so cringy that it kind of circled back to be because he was trying to be cringy.
Yes.
I will say though, I liked it, but I hated that they did that to Ricky because immediately the internet was like, he looks like The Rock. It's The Rock. And it's like. So now the Rock concert, it's like damn.
But Joe Hendry does the concerts. That's
I know. Joe Hendry does the concerts, so it does. But I'm saying, like, if you want to establish Ricky as his own guy, now you're putting that weight of like, oh, this is the next Rock. It's like, don't do that to that guy because what if it doesn't happen? But Joe Hendry, Ricky Saints, I'm not as excited about this as I thought I was going to be because. I don't know, but I think Joe wins it. I think Joe keeps it. I feel like there's just something. I think
that way too.
I feel like there's just something missing between the two of them. But I also have this. I'm more intrigued after what we saw Tuesday with Ricky and Ethan, where Ethan was like, I don't know what's next.
Yeah, he was like almost in a trance.
And Ricky was like,
I would like to see them be together more. I think
I could see Ethan getting involved on. Wednesday Saturday, Joe still somehow wins it, and then we end up with like some kind of triple threat where Ethan was meaning to help Joe but screwed up, or meaning to help Ricky and messed up, and so I think that's where we're leaning. Maybe that's the spark we need to interject in it because it's just something about the Joe Hendry Ricky Saints back and forth just doesn't do it for me.
It's fair.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm just like. Maybe Ricky's not long for NXT. And I just know that this is more of a transitional feud until they figure out who's going to take over the division. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I love the concert. Songbird of our generation, dude. He's the best song. He's the greatest singer since Brendan Huff, dude.
There we go. Look at that. That's strong words right there.
Combination Fergie and Jesus.
That is strong words. Fergie, one of the greatest national anthems of all time.
Don't say that. Now I know you're just lying.
Hey, listen.
That national anthem was so long, I think it's still going on.
Brother, had people in literal tears in the lineup.
You know how bad your national anthem has to be that players were laughing during it and not getting flamed for laughing during the national anthem. Everybody's like, no, I totally understand why LeBron's laughing right now.
Yeah, they couldn't control it.
Usually if you laugh during the national anthem, you're getting flamed on the internet.
Yes.
Yeah,
but that is Vengeance Day. That'll be Saturday. I'm sure we will review it next Thursday on the show a little bit.
We'll chat about it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
A lot going. Next week we got to talk about Revolution.
Next week will be an AEW Revolution preview. We'll discuss, I'm sure, another week of the road to WrestleMania as things kind of shaping out.
Yeah,
we will talk a little Vengeance Day. The World Baseball Classic will be USA will
In the
already
mix,
they'll be in the mix there. So I'm sure we'll discuss some of that.
Yeah.
Free agency and the trade period in the NFL will be happening. It's already started a little bit today with DJ Moore getting traded to the Bills. So we got some of that stuff.
Kyler Murray got
released. Wait, he got released? Yeah, they're saying the Jets are in on him. Please,
well,
that would be perfect.
You can
That would
sign
be
him.
perfect.
You can sign him for the minimum because the way his contract is structured is that he gets released, but whatever he
They
does,
still have to pay him.
They have to pay him the 36, so he could sign for peanuts. And the Cardinals.
That's what they did to Russell Wilson. Denver did that with Russell Wilson, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what's going to happen. If he goes to the Jets, that would make all the sense in the world because that guy is a bum.
Not everybody can be Whitney Houston. That's a great comment. Not everybody can be Whitney Houston and knock the national anthem out of the park like Whitney did. But you don't have to be. You can find.
You don't have to be Roseanne Barr. You don't have
yeah,
to be
you
Roseanne.
can. You don't have to be down there. You can figure it out. Like,
yeah.
Listen, I bopped to Fergie. London Bridge.
Oh yeah,
well, she's great. That moment was not great. That's all we're saying. That's all.
I will say Whitney Houston, an all-time anthem. Also, Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye had a really good anthem back in the day. Kind of added a little bit of beat to it. Oh, tremendous. But I actually thought the one at the Super Bowl, everything that happened, everything that happened after it, I could care less about. But the Charlie Puth? Charlie Puth,
yeah,
his anthem this year was really good.
I was just going to say that. I was like, this year's Super Bowl anthem was pretty solid.
Yeah,
so
I thought that was a very good anthem. Everything that happened afterwards can kiss my ass. But except Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny was great.
I was going to say, damn, dude.
Bad Bunny was great.
I get it. I like that out of your memory.
Yeah. Big shout out real quick before we get out of here. Demolition, baby.
Oh yeah, that's right. Demolition as in the Hall of Fame.
Tag team
Stephanie,
of my early
AJ, Demolition.
Yeah. Of my favorite tag team when I was younger. I was a WWF guy, so the Legion of Doom kind of weren't around for me until they had that like second run in the Attitude Era. They were really over in WCW and other places. So Demolition to me, it was incredible because Demolition was clearly created as WWE's answer to the Road Warriors, kind of. But then they just became their own badass tag team.
Oh, yeah.
And they had a great theme song. Here comes the axe. Here comes the smash. They had a great theme song. They had a great look. They were awesome. Good guys and bad guys. They had Mr. Fuji at first when they were bad guys. They were just great. And then Crush joined them later, and they kind of had a trio for a little bit. That was cool. I love Demolition. Long overdue. Well-deserved. I am very happy for Demolition. I wanted to shout them out because I was one of my favorite tag teams. Them and the Hart Foundation were my teams back in the when I was a little guy. Them and the Hart Foundation were my teams. I loved both Demolition and the Hart Foundation. Yeah, man, that was cool. And they're both still alive, even though Axe is older than Smash, but they're both still alive. So for them to make that video with the Taker talking to them, and for them to be able to go to the Hall of Fame and actually because we've run into this era now where a decent amount of people are Big Boss Man was passed away.
Yeah.
There's certain, we're starting to get to that where it happens more times than it should because certain people that used to run things couldn't fucking, if he didn't like you, he didn't like you, and it was screw you. But like Macho Man was dead. Miss Elizabeth still isn't in there, but she's going to be posthumous. Like there's China when that, there's so many. So I'm glad that they're still alive and they get to experience that and get their flowers. And man, I just wanted to shout out Demolition because I love Demolition.
I want to shout out Too Sweet Kyle. What's up,
Hell
Mr.
yeah.
OTM? Hey, friends. Hey, Kyle. How are you, bud?
What's going on, man? We're just about to get out of here.
He's a Cardinals fan, but we're not going to hold that against him.
We talked some Cardinals today.
And before we get out of here, rest in peace, Lou Holtz. Absolute
yes,
legend,
I was gonna ask you about that. He was already done coaching there by the time you were, or was he in the 90s for you?
He was done coaching by the time I could remember what I was watching.
Like coaching there, he was still coaching.
He was more
because he went to
South Carolina. But coach, legend.
They put their pants on the same way we do.
Coach,
the legend,
go.
I
think you could have took Ryan Day's bitch ass personally, Coach Lou, when he was talking shit to you when you were,
89 was he? He lived a good life.
Yeah, he lived a good life.
One of the all-time great college football coaches of all time.
Mhm.
He was on pregame shows, and he did that for a long time too.
Yeah, no. For sure.
Very, very entertaining, knowledgeable coach. I remember him more for the posts and pregame aspect of his career.
So do I. Like Scott
he was
saying,
always funny, and they put their pants on set. He would do the
86
sayings
to 96. Yeah, like 96.
He won a title. Won a title there.
He won in 88. Just won in 88. The last one.
That's the last one.
Yeah.
So you know what that means. You got to win one for him.
We got to win one for Lou.
Got to win one for Lou.
We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be tough this year. But I had to say that before we get out of here. Let's get out. Let's call it, man.
Do it, brother. Do the damn thing. Let's go.
So I am Pluggo. You can find me on social media at Pluggo on all social media platforms. You go to @B2Beards on all social media every Thursday night. I'm with the showman here. Like he said, we got a bunch of stuff coming up revolution-wise. We got a lot of stuff going on in the socials, Fantasy Baseball League. I put the National League over-unders up there. Vote now. Talk about that. Wrestle Gauntlet Mania. All sorts of stuff on the socials. Go to that. Little fun, little personal note. I did an interview before tonight with a guy. I call him the Schwartz. CEO Schwartz wrote a book. It's it's basically a playbook on how he was built up from how he wasn't booked. He built himself into the mega successful guy he is today. He funny enough was the first audio interview I ever did with an independent wrestler very, very long ago in my car. And it was kind of cool to catch up with him and watch his career grow and see where we've leveled up, so to speak. So that'll be out, I'm hoping, tomorrow on social medias here. So that's more of just like a little fun thing for me. That was like, oh my gosh, very cool. Near and dear to my heart. And then Saturday, I will be back with Blair Pacheco for Exposure. We'll be chatting the week that was, all the GCW shows, getting you ready for the collective weekend, which is just as massive as Mania weekend. There's always something going there. Go to F4 Exposure Pod there. And I'll be hanging out on the Main Event Network on Saturday morning doing the Vengeance Day Mixers. So I'll be previewing that with those guys as well.
Hell yeah. You know where you can find me, JPJ Loves Gaming, on all social media platforms. Thursday nights, no other place to be than right here at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we do the damn thing, the best wrestling show on these interwebs. Between Two Beards, you can catch me on Fightful Overbooked every Sunday at noon Eastern with our pal who was in the chat earlier tonight, Auntie Collins, for Coast to Coast. Right. And then Wednesday nights over on bodyslam.net after AEW Dynamite. You can catch me and Jose on the air bringing you Dynamite up over there. And then, like I said, if you follow me at JPJ Loves Gaming, I got a Twitch. We play video games. MLB The Show. If you know me, if you followed me, MLB The Show is the game that I play a ridiculous amount. Pluggo, I'm not going to tell you the exact hours. But can you, now that we're a week out and I'm basically done playing MLB The Show 25, do you want to take a guess of how many hours? I will tell you if you're over or under, but do you want to take a guess of how many hours that I played that game in the last calendar year?
Does it break it down by days, or is it?
No, it just has the total number of hours.
Hours, okay. 24 hours in a day.
Almost a full calendar year. It came out around
the
same time last year.
You're probably pushing 1,000 hours easy.
Slightly under. Slightly under.
Okay.
I would say slightly under, but that was pretty good ballpark. That was pretty good ballpark.
I was gonna say, because I've been off at 2K for a couple weeks now, but when I was like even just the month, I was like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
On the Xbox tracker total.
So it tracks you on Xbox. It tracks you by days, huh?
Yeah, each game it'll say
this just
played this game for 5 days and 2 hours and 30.
Oh, that's cool. This just gives you the 917 hours.
So I was like, because I remember early on when you'll probably do it again because you're a crazy person, but you did some marathon streams in there that were,
I have next weekend off from work.
Like 8 hours, like 8
hours.
I was gonna say you were doing like 8-hour streams for like the
next Friday and Saturday specifically, I will be doing anywhere between 8 to 12-hour streams.
And that's just and that's
all day affair.
And you're talking even when you probably play it when you're not streaming.
I do. I do.
You should always stream it anytime you play it. Make that money.
I do.
But,
So if you know me, if you like MLB, or you just like hanging out, listening to some tunes, just shooting the shit with somebody who gets angry at how bad I am when I play these games, like that's what I do. So, you know, with MLB coming out, we will be streaming, 3-4 times a week over there doing that stuff. I do a Raw watch along on the channel every Monday night for Raw as well. Pluggo has joined me a few times. We have some other pals that join me here or there on occasion as well. So go give me a follow, do all that fun stuff. But every Thursday night is where you need to be, 8 p.m. right here with us doing Between Two Beards. And that's where you can find us. We appreciate everybody in the chat. If you are interested in joining the Fantasy Baseball League, hit us up. There are some slots open, and we'll figure that out as we kind of get towards that. And Pluggo and I will see you
and we'll have a March Madness pool start.
Oh, damn right we will.
Next week. That'll be that'll probably be start. I'll probably.
I was going to say, is Selection Sunday this Sunday or next Sunday?
I think it's this Sunday.
This Sunday, like a couple days from now, right? Is Selection Sunday?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have all sorts of sports stuff going on. We like the sports. The NFL draft.
It'll be next Sunday. It'll be next Sunday for the men's tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, the conference championships start.
So it's championship week next again.
Yes,
I guess.
Yes.
All right, and then So we like the sports. The NFL draft is next month. World Cup is this year. Again, we got we're gonna be doing it all. But you all know the drill. Appreciate you all being here. We will see you next Thursday night. Everyone knows the drill. Say hi to Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Peace out.
Hey there, Plugo and JPJ. It's Trent's mom, Sue, and I have a bone to pick with you. So, I understand that you guys are being real idiots and spending your entire monthly budget. You've got to be kidding me. This is not the way to be when you're trying to run a business. Your boss, Spencer, is really pissed off at you. I'm pissed off at you. You have some nerve. Get a grip. You have to control yourself. You can't just go out and spend all the money that you're making, you Two Beards guys. Oh no, this is coming out so stupid. Anyway, behave yourselves, or I'm going to cut you off from watching AEW. You're no longer going to get to know, be able to meet my son. What? Or me. I'm sorry, this is like, I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for being fans. Watch yourselves. Knock it off.